Now today I'm going to be showing you how to make half laps on the sliding compound miter saw. Now this method's not to replace a table saw or radial arm saw. Basically this is just to, this video is really for people who don't have those tools but have a sliding miter saw. And that way you can make good half laps, and this is a very strong joint that's super easy to make. It's a little bit more complicated with the miter saw as if you had a table saw or radial arm saw, but it gets the job done. Right, now first thing, we're going to be marking out the length of our stock that we want to put the half laps on, and in this case it's going to be 42 inches, so I mark there. And now we're going to cut that. Now I need to mark where my half lap is going to go, and earlier I cut out this other half lap, and this was just the test piece. So what I'm going to do is, you don't have to have the half lap on there. You can just use this, put it down there. I'm going to use the half lap, line it one side up to the end, and then take your pencil and draw a line right here. And then right here is going to be the area of the material we remove. Alright, now what I've done here is just taken a scrap 2x4 and set it up against the fence. And the reason I'm doing this is because if I had this piece all the way up against the fence, this blade, since it's circular, wouldn't reach the back of this 2x4 to make that half lap, so I would have a raised spot in the back, which I don't want. So what I'm going to do is just use this piece to set this board out a little bit, and that way I won't have that curved up section at the end, and this will all be flat across. Alright, now over here on my miter saw, I have this depth stop, and you can just flip this little black piece of metal down, and this acts as the depth stop. So when the saw comes down, I can't do it right now since the wood's in it. Here, I'll move this out of the way. When the saw comes down, it's going to hit that stop, and as you can see, it's not going all the way down. So this is how you're going to have to set your saw up. I'm not going to show you how to move this, just spinning it. I have this dialed in, so I don't want to mess around with that. Alright, everything's set up, so I'm ready to make the cut. I'm just going to make sure the depth stop is set, and here we go. Alright, so now you see that I have this one groove, and what I'm going to do is just move this over. I'm not going to be too accurate. What I'm going to do is just leave spaces, try to hog out most of the material, but I'll still leave some in there, and I can just hammer that out later. So I'm going to go ahead and move down the line. Alright, so now you can see that we have all of this cut out, and what we can do is just take a hammer and just keep doing this and removing pieces. Until we get down to the end, and then just remove the rest of it. Well, you don't have to be too accurate. Just try to remove all the big high spots. And we're almost done. Alright, and to get rid of the rest of this waste, I found the best thing to do is just use a random orbital sander or some other type of sander. Alright, and I have the half laps done, and they're glued and screwed together, and this project came out really good. The way that these half laps go together, it makes everything nice and square, which is really easy to assemble. And if you've been wondering what this project is that I've been working on, it's actually a stand for my snowmaker, and so I might do some different videos on this, and this is pretty much the whole project. Pretty simple one, but those half laps really came in handy. It makes it look a little bit better and makes it stronger, and that's really what I needed, because this thing pumps out a ton of pressure, and it really wants to topple backwards, but with this design it hopefully will stay up, and so far I have no concerns. Alright, now I know some of you may be interested at a different view of this, so I decided to show you from the side, and here it is. The half laps make it really strong, and here's the snowmaker. So if you want some more information on that, I might do a video later. I'll probably make another video on this channel directing you somewhere else to go see more videos on this.